Hey guys, this is Fresh Laws. This is my Yamaha Bolt. I just bought it 2 days ago. It is a 2014 R-Spec, as you can see by the gold shocks with the reservoir tanks. I got it with about 1,390 miles on it. It drives amazing. I rode a couple Harley Davidson Sportsters, the Iron 883s, and this is smooth as butter. It's got the belt chain, which I love. You don't have to grease. The brakes feel amazing. The clutch is so smooth and the ride is smooth, but when you get on it and you start it, it still has that rumble like a Harley, but when you ride it, it's smooth as butter. The front headlight, if you look at a lot of reviews, it said it's hard to see at night, but when you put your brights on, it's actually not bad. And I'm thinking about changing it out to HIDs or even LEDs like the Harley and do a conversion. The gas tank, basically you put the key in there, you compress it down, and then you pop it up. What I don't like is that you have to take the whole thing out and put it on top of the gas tank. But other than that, it is amazing. The bike is pristine. I love it. Sounds great. As you can tell, he kept it in storage. The only thing when I bought it he did was he added the seat and the pegs, which are optional for your passenger, which costs about $209. As you can see, here's the exhaust, which I will change to the Vance & Hines. I'm gonna put the bronze cover for the battery. Also, I'm gonna put the Vance & Hines air filter. It's a great bike overall. I would recommend it to anyone. I've been riding it for the last couple days. It's been super smooth. Let me do a startup for you. So the key actually goes right there on the side, which I like because it's not flapping around and messing up your tank like some of the sport bikes. So here's the startup. And actually, at first I didn't know about the digital gauge. A lot of people say it's hard to see in the sun, but I have no issues. So right now my bike has about 1,504 miles already. Still has the original oil because you have to change it at 2,000 miles. So here, let me go in neutral. So that's what it looks like when it's in neutral. Hold on, I'm rolling back. And I'm gonna, like usual, clip it down and hit the ignition. Starts up right away. The exhaust sounds really nice. The exhaust sounds amazing for a stock exhaust. You can do a couple selects on it. So trip 1, trip 2, the clock. I keep it on the miles. But a great thing about it is when you're on low fuel, on your digital gauge, it tells you low fuel, and then it tells you how many miles you're on low fuel, which is on the bottom. It says fuel, low, and then it says 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles. It lets you know how much you go on the reservoir. So it looks beautiful. Sounds amazing. I'm gonna take this off and do the fender eliminator kit. I'm gonna put my license plate right about there. The lights look amazing. LED lights in any angle. So other than that, the front lights, as you can see, are super bright. The bike feels amazing. I think this is one of the best. Doesn't shake, but has the right amount of shake and power. All I get is compliments. I test rode a couple of Harleys, and I'm going to tell you, this thing kills them overall. So comfortable. I rode about 100 miles, and it felt like butter. I had no issues. The seat, the stock seat is wonderful. On bumps with the R-Spec, I heard the stock has a little bit of issues, but because it's a little bit more bouncy, it doesn't have the reservoir tank, which helps absorb a lot of that, you know, shake. It's got the little bar right here. That's so when the engine heats up, your leg doesn't hit it, which is really great. You can get this in the bronze to match the back, which I might do. As you can see, everything is brand new. I'm gonna have to do an oil change, they say at 2,000 miles. Other than that, here is the horn, which is in the middle. You can buy a lower fender kit right here that goes right about here. It looks pretty cool, but let's hear the horn, which is pretty loud. And actually, when I do my turn signals on my last bike, this was a lot lower and my horn was a little bit higher. So it's kind of weird because sometimes I hit the horn when I turn. So when I put on the normal front lights, it's a little bit less, but it's still bright. I gotta give it to the lights. They look amazing. There's a couple changes I would like to do is the front headlight. I'm gonna tint the turn signals and the back lights, which they do little tint films. But I'm gonna put a new exhaust, new intake, which is gonna feel better when you're riding, because this kind of annoys me sometimes because I can't hug it. But the Vance & Hines is round and kind of stays in and gives you about 7 horsepower, I believe. The exhaust is going to give you a little bit more horsepower. And then there's the fuel intake Vance & Hines management system, which I would recommend 100% to keep that 51 miles per gallon that you have. So when I ride, you know, I came from a 636 Kawasaki Ninja. I sold that 2 days ago, and I decided to buy this, and it was the best choice I've ever made. I'm going to tell you, the 636 was super powerful, inline 4, 636 cc, and then I went to this, which is almost a liter, 1000 cc. It's a 955 V twin, but I got to give it to this. This thing has crazy power off the line. It's just amazing. First, second, and third, you speed shift through that, and it's super torquey from lows to mids. My buddy has a Kawasaki Ninja 600 ZX6R, and from the line, I'm right on with him, and that's pretty cool. It's got enough power to get up and go on the highway. I'm flying where I wanted just to check out how fast it would go. I switched to second about 50 miles per hour, and then that goes up, and then to third, and it goes up quick. And the throttle, you know, you can take it. So if a lot of people are saying, you know, it's a 955, it's not a 1200, but I gotta say, I came from a 636 and I have no complaints. That bike was super fast, a track bike, and this bike kills it overall. Great cruiser. You know, it feels like I'm riding on a sofa. Kills the Harley Davidson, which a lot of people are going to talk smack about, but that thing rumbles. Pulling the clutch on the Harley Davidson was like I was working out at the gym. This thing is smooth. It has a little bit of pressure when you pull down, but it's not as bad, and it goes right back to where it needs to go. Feels nice. It's a beautiful bike. And the rumble, when you're riding and you're clunking on that Harley Davidson, you can hear that from a mile away. The transmission on this is smooth as butter. You know, you don't have to oil the chain. That thing lasts for years and years, and it's a beautiful chain. Once it comes up, it does move, and it says Star on it, Yamaha. It's pretty cool. Other than that, this bike sounds great. It's got a little bit of rumble, but I'll give you guys a second update once I do get the Vance & Hines and the air intake and the fuel management system. This thing is going to sound beautiful. I get compliments everywhere I go. This bike is an urban cruiser and can last on the highway. I kind of don't like the stock muffler exhaust is pretty loud, but I kind of don't like all the pieces on it. If you look up the Vance & Hines, it actually has a 2-into-2, and they look beautiful. It's black. It's just amazing looking, and then the matching air intake. So the bike overall is amazing. I'm gonna give it a 5 thumbs up, and thank you. Subscribe, and I'll give you a new review on how I put the Vance & Hines in. I think I'm gonna do it step by step, which the whole kit is like over $1,000. I'm not gonna do that right now. I just bought the bike. The handlebars, I forgot to mention, they're nice. I'm going to keep them for now, but then I'm going to buy the Yamaha with the gold tips. But they're nice. I wouldn't say they're grippy. I use gloves, but they are grippy, but I would like to change them. The front screen looks amazing, and you can see it in the daytime, no problem. I was out there today, 90 degrees. I'm from Chicago, and it was bright, I had my sunglasses on. I had no problem. I wish that the back of this was the same material, but it's not. This is the original OEM Yamaha that they sell, but other than that, everything is amazing and what it should be. 2014 Yamaha Bolt R-Spec. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. I'll give you guys a lowdown on what's coming next. Thank you.